It's week 4 in NFL. We're getting going. Got my Dolphin shit on. All right. So, this is going to be a quick show. Try to get it through pretty quickly. Just want to recap last week. Do a little shout out. And because I'm shouting myself out, I know how this week is going to go. Obviously, I went 10-2 last week. 26-10 year to date on my picks. We also got the Chef's picks in this week. We also got Steel City's picks in this week. So we'll put those up on the board. Got a couple props for you guys as well. So let's get it rocking and rolling. Let's make it happen. All right. So this first game, let me get up. First game we're going to talk about today, we're looking at Giants Saints. It's a 1 p.m. game. It's the first Saints game this year in the Superdome. After that little hurricane issue kind of caused a whole bunch of issues and damage down there. This is their first time back in New Orleans playing home in front of those fans. I fully expect them to be rowdy. Obviously, I'd much rather prefer this game to be 4:30 or 8. And I'd be all over the Saints a lot more than I am. I am going to take the Saints today. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I'm going to take them. So we're going to get them -5.5. I'm going to buy it down. Get that 1.5 difference. It is worth it. You don't want to lose by half a point. That's the worst feeling in the world. So make sure you buy that down. From the 7, even if you bought it just down to 6.5, just get it below that 7 number. That number is devastating sometimes. Pretty much any number can be devastating. But yeah, I like the Saints. I like them to go in. I think the fans will give them a good backing in there. That defense will step up. They got some guys coming back on defense that I think will make a difference. So I like Saints in that one. Next one we got is Chiefs-Eagles. Let me see. Yep, so it's just me on this one too. I'm on the Chiefs here. I am on the Chiefs. The Chef is with me on the Chiefs. This is actually one of our Circa Million picks this week as well. So if you're in that contest, good luck to you. If you're in the Super Contest over at Westgate, good luck to you there as well. We went Chiefs with our pick, -7. I'm a little nervous on it. Again, that 7 points can, to be real, I see that game going like 31-24 Chiefs. So it could easily be a push, which would be pretty unfortunate. But, the Chiefs are going to come in with something to prove. They got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, so I expect them to have a good game. Panthers-Cowboys. We are going Panthers here. Give me a quick second. I just want to make sure I'm not skipping anybody's picks. So we're going Panthers. I'm going to buy them up. I'm buying them up to 5.5. The Chef's rocking with me. The Chef, that's his team, is the Panthers. My team's the Dolphins. His team's the Panthers. So we are rocking the Panthers. We are actually taking the Panthers in the Circa Contest as well. I think those lines, if I remember right, it was like plus, it was 4.5 on that line. I'm going to get them up to 5.5. I like that number a little bit better. You can easily take them at 4, 4.5. You should be okay. When you get down to that 3, 2.5, 3.5 type number, that's when it gets a little sketchy. So just be careful there. And make sure nobody had any unders or overs or anything in that. Cool. All right, Browns-Vikings is the next one. This is where our first little disagreement is going to occur. The Chef and Steel City are both on the Browns here. I am on the Vikings. I think the Vikings are much better than they've played. This is a game that I think they shock people with. If you're looking at strictly what's on paper, obviously the Browns are a much better team. Because of that and where this number is sitting, it raises some red flags for me. So I'm on the Vikings. I'm actually not. This is kind of like one of my secondary, like my what if kind of maybes on the fence kind of deal picks. I got 3 of them this week, and they're kind of making me nervous. But one of them's the Vikings, one of them's the Saints. So be warned. Those 2 I'm a little still on the fence with. The rest of these I love, and then there's one more that I'll let you know too later on that I'm also on the fence with. But I like the Vikings in the upset. If Dalvin Cook goes and if he's healthy, I think he makes a huge difference. If Dalvin Cook doesn't play, obviously the Vikings lose that side of or that extra dimension of the offense. So that could play a factor for sure. Colts at the Dolphins. I'm all over the Dolphins. I love the Dolphins. This is a revenge game for Jacoby Brissett. We also got a lot to prove. I mean, we lose this game, you can go ahead and call our season a wrap, whether Tua comes back or not. I'm going to buy them down to money line as well. The price difference really isn't much of a difference. At -2.5, you can pay for them 110, 115, maybe 105. Money line, you're going to get probably 120, 130. Just buy it down, take the money line. Don't play around with the points. This game I also think is going to be low scoring. I am not on the under or the over, but I do think it's going to be a little bit low scoring. So me and the chef are on the Dolphins in this one. Steel City is actually butting heads with us. He is on the other side with the Colts. He thinks glass ankles is going to be able to do something. For those tuning in from home, glass ankles is Mr. Carson Wentz. Dolphins, we also took him in the circa. We did take him at -2.5. I like that actually because I think we could win by a field goal. But for me personally, when I'm making my picks, my bets, my plays, I'm not even going to mess around with that 2.5. I'm buying it down to money line, moving on about my day. Lions Browns or Lions Bears. I'm tripping. Lions Bears. I love the Lions. I love the Detroit Lions. Dan Campbell is my man. I wish he would have stayed in Miami and been our head coach. I think he's a great coach. I think he gets those guys ready to go. They've had 3 games literally where they could have won. They fought to the end in every single one of them. I think that this is the game that the Lions get back and they get on the board. They get a win. Justin Fields is starting for the Bears. But guess what? The Bears haven't done anything with their offensive line. It's still an absolute mess. They still have Matt Nagy as their head coach and play caller. I don't see how there's a huge difference from last week to this week in terms of where these teams' trajectories are going. The Bears are spiking down, and the Lions are like creeping up the old steps like an old person. They're taking their time, but they'll get there eventually. I think this is the one where they take 2 steps on those stairs, and everybody looks at them and goes, "Oh shit, Granny moving." You know what I mean? So I like the Lions here. I am buying them up as well. I'm going to buy them to 4.5. Me and Steel City are on the Lions. The chef is not on this game. He's a smart man. He doesn't bet junk. I'm not. I'm a degenerate. I love it. Give me it all. I love it. We're Lions 4.5. Let's do it. Next pick we got is Seahawks 49ers. This is a great game. I couldn't be more excited about this game for my bank account, I believe. I'm all over the Seahawks in this. I'm going to buy them up as well to the 4. Me and the chef are on the Seahawks. I do not like the 49ers at all. I was on them last week to upset Green Bay, and they wanted to make me throw my TV out my window. So I am off of the 49ers. Historically, I love the Seahawks and Pete Carroll against the 49ers. I think them getting points against the 49ers it's easy pickings. So I'm all over Russell Wilson. I'm all over DK, Tyler Lockett, Bobby Wagner, whole 9. Jamal Adams. Give me the Seahawks plus the 4 over the 49ers. Steel City is on the 49ers. Because he just likes to lose money apparently. He wants to butt heads with me and the chef. That's fine. So that's where we're at with it. This is also, for me and the chef, this is a circa pick. We're all over the Seahawks, especially at that number at +3. That's a great number to have and something like that. That's a key number, so we're all over the Seahawks. Cardinals, Rams. Let's see. Okay, so we got a couple butting heads again here. The chef is on the Cardinals. The chef is getting the Cardinals and the points. I don't like it. I'm on the Rams. I'm fully buying into the Rams train. I'm taking them down to money line though because they make me nervous. I'm all over Stafford. I think that he is a match made in heaven for Sean McVay, and I think they ultimately get it done. Steel City is on the over in this game, so over 53. That's where Steel City is. But the chef and I are butting heads. Now, remember when I told you earlier that there was a pick that I was sort of teetering with? There are 2 or 3 picks this week that I'm on the fence with. This is the third. So the Rams, money line, sort of nervous, only because the Cardinals, I mean, they're just so lethal. I don't really trust the defense yet. They're kind of up and down all over the place. Kind of the same with Kyler Murray. He's got 4 interceptions already through 3 games, but he's got, I think, 9 touchdowns. Making plays. DeAndre Hopkins is on my fantasy team. He's not doing a whole lot at all for me right now. I don't think that changes anything this week with him going against Jalen Ramsey. If he's fighting injuries like he always is, that's going to play a factor this week against the top corner. I think they'll have enough on the outside to be able to hold A.J. Green and Christian Kirk besides DeAndre. They have enough in the middle to shut down Chase Edmond and James Conner. I like the Rams here. I like them to stay undefeated and keep the momentum going. I like them to beat the Cardinals. Ravens Broncos is our next one, but again, I'm iffy. So Rams I'm iffy on, Saints I'm iffy on, and Vikings I'm iffy on. But those are the sides that I'm on. The rest of them ride into the fucking sunset. All right. Ravens, Broncos. So this is one that Steel City is not playing, but the chef and I are. We are all over the Ravens. All over the Ravens. The Broncos are the NFL's, how do I say, smoke and mirrors. They are undefeated right now, but the teams that they've beaten literally did not make the playoffs last year. They're some of the worst teams from the year prior. Now, granted, that's a 2020 COVID year. You can't take too much from last year and move it into this year with anything. But the Broncos have beaten, the Jets, the Jags. I mean, it's nobody. The Ravens have beaten the Chiefs. The Ravens barely snuck away with a win last week against the Lions. Granted, I think they were sort of banged up, looking ahead, whatever you want to call it. And the Lions come to play. Dan Campbell's no joke. So we're on the Ravens. I think the Ravens' run game will get it going. They activated Le'Veon Bell. I think he's going to have a standout performance for somebody's fantasy team. If you got him on your team, if you don't, snatch him. Le'Veon Bell's going to have a good day. I think Marquise Brown has another good day as well. He's got to get back. He had a couple bad drops last week. We like the Ravens. We're going to take them. I think in the circa, they were actually getting a point, so now they're the favorite. Earlier in the week, they were actually getting points. But now they are the favorites. So we are on the Ravens for the circa, me and the chef. 2 picks left. We're going Buccaneers, Patriots. The chef is off of this one. I'm all over the Bucs. I think Tom Brady is going to go in there and make a statement. He wants to show that they made a terrible decision in letting him walk. He wants to show that Mac Jones is not Tom Brady 2.0. There will never be a Tom Brady 2.0. So he wants to prove that. But he also wants to shut Belichick up, which I'm all about, being a Dolphins fan. So I'm on the Bucs. Steel City's on the Bucs with me. Bucs. It's going to be a huge game tonight. I unfortunately don't think it's going to be much of a game. I see them beating the Patriots by at least 10. But I'm buying down to 5.5 because that's just what I do. Last game that we're going to speak on is the Monday Night Football game. That is the Raiders and the Chargers. So initially, I mean, again, everything on paper, it says the Chargers, right? Like Chargers, Chargers, Chargers. I personally disagree. I'm with the Raiders. I'm on the Raiders. I love the Raiders in this pick. Chargers are coming off a big win last week against the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they're going to be riding high, a little too high. I think the Raiders are going to come in heads down, ready to work. Raiders this year, undefeated in perspective and relevancy to undefeated teams. You have the Broncos, who are undefeated, but have only beaten teams that did not make the playoffs last year. The Raiders, undefeated, have only beaten teams that have played or that were in the playoffs last year. Completely different spectrum, right? Fool's gold versus gold's gold. So, having said that, based on last week, what the Chargers are coming off of, yes, it's one extra day's of rest. Still, that's a huge momentum peak for them. I think the Raiders sneak it away. Supposedly, the Raiders are going to have somewhere about 75% of that stadium full with Raiders fans, according to Vivid Seats. I saw a post on that earlier this week. So it's basically a home game for Raiders fans. They're happy to be back in California. I like the Raiders here. I like the Raiders in the upset. I will buy them up because, again, that's just what I do. I'm taking them plus 4.5. Love that pick. I think it's going to be down to the wire. But I see it like a 31-27, 31-28, 24-20. 28-24, that kind of score. So I'm taking the 4.5. Give me that extra half a point just in case does hit on that 4 mark, and we'll ride it. Haven't done any prop bets really. Haven't looked at too many this week. I did want to mention Steel City has a couple down that I want to get out there to you guys. Let me pull those up really quick. So he's got Tom Brady in that Buccaneers-Patriots game over 2.5 touchdowns passing. He's got Lamar Jackson over 66 yards rushing against the Broncos, and Ben Roethlisberger over 1.5 touchdowns against. Whoa, you got Big Ben there, big dog. Okay, hey, more power to you, brother. So yeah, he's got Big Ben over 1.5 touchdowns at Green Bay against the Green Bay Packers. So those are his 3 props that he's pointed out. Let me take a quick look. We'll take a quick look at some games, see if I can't come up with any quickies for you guys. See if I can't come up with any quickies. Panthers, Cowboys, let me think. No, I don't really like anything there. Browns, Vikings. That's a great game potentially for prop bets. Is Browns, Vikings. We'll come back to that one. Lions, Bears. Yeah. Let's see. I wonder what DeAndre Swift's numbers are at. 50.5 rushing for Swift. I wonder what his receiving and rushing is at combined. Let's see if we can find that. 94.5 for DeAndre. I kind of like that. I'll make a note of that one. DeAndre Swift, he's got 94.5 rushing and receiving yards. Kind of digging that one. I think he has a good day. Jamal Williams would be another one to consider there. Texans, Bills. I think a Stephon Diggs anytime touchdown would be a good one here. Let's see what the number is on it. It's probably a favorite, to be honest. I don't see why it wouldn't be. anytime touchdown for Stephon, it's minus 21, minus 121. I think I like that. I think Stephon should get one at least against those Texans for sure. Colts, Dolphins. Ugh. That's gross. I'm staying away from that. Staying away. Chiefs, Eagles. That could be a good prop game. Eagles have a really good run offense. Chiefs have a really bad run defense. Let's look at Jalen Hurts' rushing numbers here. He's at 53.5. Kenneth Gainwell is at 15.5. And Miles Sanders is at 50. How many has Kenneth Gainwell had this year? He's actually on my fantasy team, but he's on my bench, so I haven't really paid too much attention to the guy. But I'd love to see. So he had 1 rush for 2 yards and 3 catches for 32 yards in Monday night against Dallas. Ugh. Yeah, maybe stay away from him on the running side. See, Jalen Hurts, 64 rushing yards, he's plus 108. Miles Sanders, 67 is plus 108. Yeah, I don't know. That game, I'm really sketched out kind of about how well the Eagles could do against the Chiefs. I see it either their offense does really well and Jalen Hurts gets it going, or the Chiefs finally put it together and just shut them down. Haven't really decided one way or another. This might be the play here. If you're looking for a prop bet in this Eagles, excuse me, in this Eagles Chiefs game, you could go total rushing and receiving yards. The over for Kenneth Gainwell, rushing and receiving total, 34.5. So I think I'm on that. He had 4 targets on Monday against the Cowboys. He had 32 receiving. He had 1 rush for 2. I think against the Chiefs, they're gonna have to use pretty much everything they got. So I kind of like that. So I'm thinking Gainwell there. Pat Mahomes over 16.5 rushing yards too. That is that is genuinely something to consider with the Eagles still not having Brandon Graham. The total rushing yards for Pat Mahomes is 16.5. That is a strong consider right there. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his total rushing and receiving is at 75.5. That is also, let me just pull up what he did this year so far. Okay, yeah, so he started slow. Last week he got it going finally against the Chargers. He hasn't had too many catches this year. 5 total through 3 games. But he does have 189 rushing. Granted, 100 of that came against the Chargers. So maybe stay away from that one as well. What up, man? Pat Mahomes, though, I'm going to look at his rushing really quick. Let's just see really quickly. So last week he had 45 yards. Week 1 he had 18. Baltimore he had 3. In week 1 against the Browns, he rushed 5 times for 18 yards. Baltimore, he rushed 1 for 3. Chargers, he rushed 4 for 45. So I think they try to get Pat Mahomes back a little mobile in this game. I also think it's going to help because they'll see Jalen try to do it a little bit. I like Pat Mahomes to do that. Where I'm going to take that over 16.5 rushing yards. We'll jump on that one. What's up, Public House? Public House in the chat. He is with family this weekend, living the good life, my brother. Pub, we are doing prop bets, my man. What you got for me? Pub's one of our prop bet aficionados. He finds all the gems. He's found some serious gems these last couple weeks. He had James Robinson, first touchdown last week, plus 950. Shout out Public House for 3. Giant Saints. Maybe Kamara or Kamara, however you want to speak it. See what his number's at. 73.5. Ooh, don't like. Saquon's at 52.5. That's kind of tempting, but I do like that Rams or that Saints defense, man. They're something else. When they're going, they're going. When they're off, they're off. But when they're going, they're going. Titans, Jets. I'm looking at Henry's. So AJ Brown and Julio are both out for the Titans, supposedly. So I'm sort of thinking Derrick Henry under 120.5 rushing. I might be batshit for that. So let's go find out. But that game in particular, that Titans-Jets game, that line doesn't make sense. If you know anything about the Jets and you know anything about the Titans should not be favored by only 6 points. It makes absolutely 0 sense. And for that reason, I didn't bet it. I think there's something sketchy with that. I think this could be a game that the Jets might win, like 21-13, 21-17, 24-21. I think the Jets have a shot at winning this. I am not betting it. I'm not fucking crazy. But if you are crazy and you love fucking risk, throw some on that money line, man. Throw some on that Jets money line. Let's see. Derrick Henry, he was not great week 1. He got it going in week 2. He had 35 rushes. I mean, they doubled his rush attempts from week 1. Last week he had 28. This week he's going to have at least 30 with no A.J. Brown, no Julio Jones. I think they jammed the shit out of the box. I want to take the under. I really do. Because he's averaging right now about 150, a little over 115. So it's kind of like right where he should be, but yeah, I'm just gonna stay away. Actually, talk myself out of it. Talk myself out of it. 2 touchdowns for Alvin is what Pub says. Let's go check the numbers. We'll go back to that Giants Saints game real quick. Let's see what that number is. 2 touchdowns for Kamara. We're looking at plus 250, Pub. Plus 250 on Kamara. You know what? I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to ride it with you. We'll go Kamara. 2 TDs. Plus 250 in the Saints game. I like that. So we got 5 solid ones off the rip, in addition to the 8 that we gave you from Steel City. About halfway through these games, looking at what we got as options. Washington football team and the Falcons. Let's look at Kyle Pitts. Let's look at Kyle Pitts. I have a feeling he's going to have a good day. Ooh, numbers 47.5 on him for receiving yards. Let's take that over for Kyle. I think this is the game where he finally breaks out. Everybody was so high on this guy, calling him the best tight end ever before he even played a snap. Let's see if he can actually hold up to it. So we'll see. So I like that. I like Kyle Pitts over 48.5 receiving yards. Could maybe do an anytime touchdown on him too. I don't think he's scored yet this year. No, he hasn't. He's only got 11 catches for 140. Most catches he's had in his game is 5. That was against the Buccaneers. Last week he had 2. I think they try to get him going. Let's see what his anytime touchdown is for Pitts. And these allergies are kicking my fucking ass right now. Making my nose itch. Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is plus 250 anytime touchdown scorer. I am going to sprinkle some on that. He's got to get one eventually, right? He's got to do it eventually. Mike Davis over for rushing. Let's see, Pub. Let's see. Mike Davis's total right now is at 47.5. 47.5. I'm going to pull up the defense stats for Washington. How are they doing against rushing? Not great. So teams against Washington are averaging just under 120 yards a game on the ground. So I think I'm with Public House here. We're going to go the Mike Davis. I fucking love props. Mike Davis, 47.5 rush yards over. That's also the Falcons game. Love it. Great call on that, Pub. Great call, man. I love that one. Definitely rocking the over there. Let's move to the next game here. Cardinals-Rams. Cardinals-Rams. Let me think. Cooper Kupp will... I think he'll have a good game. I mean, that is Matt Ryan's Siamese twin right now. So... let's see what the numbers are there. DeAndre Hopkins over 66.5 receiving. He's just had such a bad year. I don't know what DeAndre you're gonna get. I think he's super banged up and just they're not telling anybody. Deshaun Jackson over 22.5 receiving yards. I'm all over that. 100%. I may even look at. Let's do this. Let's look at Deshaun's numbers and see if we can't create one. Okay. Because I think if he gets the ball, he's going to get like maybe one catch, but it's going to go for 40, 50, 60 yards. His number's at 23. If we take it to... let's take it to 33. We won't go too crazy, but we'll do 33. Deshaun Jackson. Because that could even just be, you know, a long fade down the sideline kind of deal just to move the chains. Not like a huge bomb. I like him over 33 receiving yards. And that's a plus 108 on that for Deshaun. Plus 108 for Deshaun Jackson. Over 33 receiving yards. Love that pick. Let's see. Pub's asking for Kyler Murray's over for rushing, so let's check it out. Let's see. Rushing for Kyler. Kyler's number's at 33, Pub. It makes me nervous, bro, to be honest. I think the Rams, I think they're going to be ready for him. Let's see. He's thrown an interception in every game. Didn't know that. I knew he had 4, but I didn't know he had 1 in each game. He's got 1,000 passing yards already through 3 games. Holy shit. Where's his rushing stats? Okay, so week 1, Kyler had 20 yards pub on 5 carries. Week against the Titans, they won by 25. Week 2, they won by 1 against the Vikings. He had 5 rushes for 31 yards. Week 3, they beat the Jaguars by 12. He had 7 rushes for 19 yards. He did have a rushing touchdown in each of those games, though. He has 1 rushing touchdown in each game. He is averaging 70. What's 70 divided by 3? So he's averaging just over 20, just under 25 yards a game right now, and his number's at 33. I don't know if I like that, but let's check out maybe an anytime touchdown score for Kyler. That might be the play if we're looking for a Kyler Murray play here. Anytime touchdown score on Kyler Murray is plus 170. I think that would be the one. So let's do that. Let's go Kyler Murray, anytime touchdown score. And again, that means he has to run it in. Anytime touchdown score for a quarterback, if you don't know, does not count for passing. It's only rushing. So he has to score the touchdown. He can't throw it to somebody. He can't hand it off. He has to physically cross that goal line for this to count. So we're going anytime touchdown score for Kyler Murray against the Rams, plus 170. Book it. He's averaging 1 a game right now. We'll take it. What else we looking at? Here? Seahawks 49ers. I love Tyler Lockett. He is a fantastic person to bet props on. For whatever reason, they always do him a disservice. Let's see what they have him at this time. Yep, Tyler Lockett over 67.5 receiving. He's getting it. If the Seahawks are winning this game against the 49ers, Tyler Lockett is going for at least 80. You can book it right fucking now. Tempted, honestly, to even put... Let's see what the anytime touchdown for Tyler is. Last time I bet anytime touchdown on Tyler, I think he had like 2 or 3 in the game. Let's just see. Let's just see. Anytime touchdown for Tyler Lockett. It's only a plus 125. They know what I know at this point, which isn't fun. So I probably won't go there. But I think I will go his total receiving number, which was, let me find it. Over 67.5. So we're going to go Tyler Lockett over 67.5. Receiving yards. Chris Carson, anytime touchdown. That's what Pub's looking for. Let's see it. Let's see what we got. What's the number? Anytime touchdown on Chris Carson is minus 115, Pub. But if you want him for the first touchdown score, so if he's the first touchdown scored for the Seahawks, you can get him at plus 350. So there's an option, but he's got to be the first touchdown that they score. I don't know if I'm going to get to the window on that. I could see it, but I could also see them just play action, Tyler Lockett over the top, boom. Or they on the goal line, they don't run on the goal line, it's the Seahawks. Play action, boot, little out right there on the pylon to DK, touchdown. I could see it go that way. I'm going to probably stay away from that one. Let's see. Ravens, Broncos. So this is one that Steel City had pointed out to us. He was on Lamar's rushing total, I believe. I'm not huge on it. I think I'm almost leaning more so to if they have like Le'Veon Bell props in this, that would be pretty fucking sweet. Doesn't look like they do, but the Ravens did activate Le'Veon Bell, so I think that this is sort of the game where he reminds everybody, like, nah, I'm not Tyson Williams, I'm not Latavius Murray, I'm Le'Veon motherfucking Bell. Give me the ball, watch what I do. And this is when the Ravens kind of get that sense of, yeah, this could be the year. We beat the Chiefs, you know, all these injuries, we're still where we're at. This might be it. So that's how I see it going. They don't have anything, it looks like, for Le'Veon here. It's kind of annoying. Receiving yards, somebody that I am keeping an eye out for is Marquise Brown. Another guy would be Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews and Marquise Brown, I think, are two guys that we should maybe consider for a prop bet here. We almost jumped on him last week for Mark Andrews. Public House was all over him. I talked him off the ledge of what I thought was a ledge. It turns out it was a curb on the side of the road, and he would have been just fine. Mark Andrews had 109 yards last week. His breakout game, he had 5 catches. His longest was 41, so one of those did come on a 41-yarder. But he did have a really good game. The week prior against the Chiefs, he had 57. Week prior to that, he had 20 against the Raiders. His number this week is 48. I like that. Let's ride Mark Andrews this week. We made the mistake last week of not getting on him when we should have. Not going to do that again this week. We're going to take him over the 48 receiving yards against the Broncos. I do like Marquise Brown to have a bounce-back game this week, but I do like the Broncos secondary as well, so I think they're going to have to use Mark Andrews over the middle a little bit to kind of clear that back end up for Hollywood and some of those other guys like Duvernay and Watkins maybe. So that's where I'm at with that one. Anytime touchdown. What's up, Scott? Steel City's making an appearance. First touchdown, yeah, I like that. So you like the first touchdown on Chris Carson, Pub? I'm teetering on it, big dog. I'm teetering on it. Let's see what the anytime TD for Mark Andrews is. He does not have. So fun fact on Mark Andrews this year, he does not have a touchdown yet. He's got about 200 yards or so, maybe a little less than that receiving yards for the year, but he does not have a touchdown yet. So he's kind of in that Kyle Pitts category at this point, where he is due. Ladies and gentlemen, I found a Le'Veon Bell prop bet. This is the one. Put your grandkids' college tuition on it. Spicy. All right? Le'Veon touchdown score plus 1,000. Boom! Punch that bitch in. Le'Veon Bell is getting in the end zone. Anytime touchdown, plus 1,000. You heard it here first. Le'Veon Bell is back in the motherfucking NFL. Make the bet. I'm making the bet. I'm going to put 100 on it. I'm winning that 1,000. And I'm going to come in here next week and not put it in your face. But I'm going to mention it. You can bet your sweet ass that. Back to, sorry, got distracted, Pub. I saw Le'Veon and lost my shit. Mark Andrews, anytime touchdown score is plus 185. But I think I'm just going to rock with Le'Veon on that one and just hope and pray and maybe shit my pants if it happens. Let's see. Steelers-Packers, next on the list. So this is one that Steel City also said earlier. He likes Big Ben to bounce back this week. I think that Steel City is a fucking homer, and he is in love with his Hall of Fame quarterback, which I fucking get. I used to have Big Ben's jersey because we used to go to the Steelers bars. He tried to conform me and convert me, and for a while he did. So I will say I love Big Ben too. I'm a huge Big Ben fan. Big Ben is done. Give Dwayne Haskins the rock. Give Big Ben the headset and let him tutor and mentor this guy to find out if this is going to be the Steelers guy moving forward or if they need to go get like Deshaun Watson or something like that. Big Ben is done. It's like watching Peyton Manning after he had the neck surgery his last year where the NFL gave him the Super Bowl to just sort of walk off into the sunset. And he was throwing fucking duds. He couldn't throw it more than 15 yards, and it was just... That's Big Ben in a nutshell right now. It's just only week 4. It's sad. Hate to see it. It's time. Maybe Chase Claypool. They have a lot of injuries. A lot of not in a good place there for them right now. Somebody to keep an eye on in this one. I'm going to throw you a wild card. Is going to be Aaron Rodgers. Anytime touchdown. I could see Aaron Rodgers taking the ball on like the 5-yard line in a snap shotgun set because Matt LaFleur is a jackass. And, you know, he takes it, doesn't see anybody, scrambles to the pylon, gets in, does a bootleg, play action, scrambles to the pylon, gets in. Could totally see that go that way. I think this game kind of comes with the territory. Let me make sure. Yeah, so Aaron Rodgers is a plus 700 anytime touchdown scorer. I love that. I think that he has a huge shot at that. Especially the way that the Steelers play defense. They are very sack hungry. They get after the quarterback. That's going to be a good way for Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers to sort of try to deviate that a little bit, keep them back on their heels as if he can get out of the pocket at least a little. But I like it as a goal line situation. He scores. Maybe a bootleg play action that he just kind of walks into the pylon, sells it. Everybody kind of doesn't even see it coming. It kind of just falls into your lap kind of deal. That's what I like with that one. But again, Steel City's on the +1. He's on over 1.5 Big Ben touchdowns. I think Big Ben snaps back. I think Big Ben snaps his back. Buccaneers and the Patriots. That's the last game for today. And then we have the Raiders, Chargers to discuss for tomorrow. Buccaneers, Patriots. I'm all over Tom Brady in this. Having said that, I think the play that I like the most, and I've been thinking about all week, is Mr. Antonio Brown. Mr. Antonio Brown, most of you forget, maybe, I won't say most, maybe some of you forget, that Antonio Brown is also a former Patriot. That Antonio Brown was also given up on by the Patriots. Antonio Brown did also not play last week in their loss against the Rams because of COVID. Antonio Brown is back this week. He is active. He is healthy. He's got a huge fucking chip on his shoulder already, let alone going into Foxborough. He's going to want to win it for Brady. He's going to want to stick it to the Patriots. I love Antonio Brown to have a huge fucking day today. His over right now is 56.5 receiving yards. I may even look at a higher number than that, but I'll probably just take him at the 56.5. I love Antonio Brown to get 56.5 today. I think that I'm also going to look at him for an anytime touchdown. Because again, if he's having a day, which I think he's going to do, he's going to have at least one. He's going to have at least one. So let's see. It looks like he's maybe just a plus 140. Yeah, plus 150 anytime touchdown score. I love that. I'm on it. I'm all over it. Antonio Brown, huge game today. If you don't have him in your fantasy team, if you're going against him in your fantasy team, I hate to tell you, he's going to show out today. Him and Brady will show out. That's without a doubt. Claypool is out today. Ooh, wow. That's not good for the Steelers. That is not good at all for the Steelers. Last one we're going to run is this Raiders-Chargers. Let's just see what it's talking about. Raiders-Chargers. I actually don't like this very much. Maybe Darren Waller. Excuse me. Maybe Darren Waller. Or Hunter Renfrow. That could be one. Let's see Hunter Renfrow's stats this year. So I feel like he's becoming more and more like a huge piece of that offense. Yeah, so he's had Hunter Renfrow hasn't had less than 5 catches a game this year. His lowest yardage total is 57. And this week his total is over 46.5. I'm on Hunter Renfrow over that 46.5. Let me get that down real quick, and then we're going to go check out our guy Darren Waller, maybe for an anytime touchdown. Kind of feeling that. Kind of feeling that. Let's just see real quick. Darren Waller. See what you got this year, Chief. Kennesaw Zone. So Darren Waller hasn't had any less than 5 catches in a game this year. Either his lowest yardage, he's actually gone down. So he started the year with 10 catches, 105 for a touchdown. The next game against the Steelers, he had 5 catches for 65, no touchdowns. Last week against the Dolphins, he had 5 catches for 54 and no touchdowns. So he's kind of going in the wrong direction. What's the over for Renfrow catches? Okay. Yeah, there's nothing there on that. Let's see the anytime touchdown for Waller. Because that might be the play there. I don't like the yardage totals for sure. Anytime touchdown for Waller. He's plus 115. I'll probably stay away from it. It's too... The Chargers could easily spotlight like Derwin James on him or something. I think Chris Harris will be back for that game. Not a huge fan of that. One to consider, though, that I just thought about, because if he's going to sort of be on that spotlight, somebody that could clear up is Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs has had 11 catches this year, so he's averaging about 4 a game. His lowest total was 46. That was week 1. His highest was 113. That was against the Steelers. He also had a touchdown that game with 5 catches. Through 3 games, he's got 240, so he's averaging about 80. I like Ruggs here too. I'm going Ruggs over 46.5 receiving as well. Derek Carr is having an ecstatically crazy year so far. He's, I think, like 400 yards in each of his games passing. In order to do that and to keep it going, he's going to have to throw the ball to somebody. I like Renfrow and Ruggs to be that somebody this week. I think the Chargers will be very gung-ho on not letting Darren Waller beat them. So, yeah, I like those. Those are the props. That's what we're working with. I may jump back on and get this Chris Carson one, like my buddy Pub said. That might be a solid play. It just makes me nervous. I always hate those first scores. Just something about it. It just rubs me the wrong way. All right, let's see if we can get some of these bad boys in. Scattered thunderstorms, Steelers in Green Bay. So I'm not sure how that's going to go. But I kind of like that with the anytime score with Aaron. Gotta say. Got to say. Alright. Let's get some of these. Antonio Brown. Who else? Stephon Diggs. Kyle Pitts. Kyler Murray. And Le'Veon Bell. Now that's a parlay for you right there. I'm about to tell you what that is. And I think it's going to pique some people's attention. Nah. Just another fucking D. Alright. So we got Pitts, Murray, Rogers, Brown. Pitts, Murray, Rogers, Brown. We need Diggs and we need Bell. Let's see. Let me pull up too. I need to adjust. Yeah, I think those are going to be solid, bro. I like those prop bets a lot. Get Le'Veon on there, and then I need Kamara. Oh, public. I got a parlay for you, my man. Wait on this one, bro. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Public House. My brother. My brother. You need to. Only one is a possible pub. placing that though. I'm doing it. As soon as you send me the okay on that, we're rocking that. Wait, what? Just for them to both have a touchdown? No, not them both. No. So it's Aaron Rodgers, Antonio Brown, Stephon Diggs, Kyle Pitts, Kyler Murray, One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
clothes that just don't smell clean? Downy Unstoppables in-wash scent boosters keep your laundry smelling fresh way longer than detergent alone. If you want laundry to smell fresh for weeks, make sure you have Downy Unstoppables in-wash scent boosters.
Your shipping manager left to find themselves, leaving you lost. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire. Why does fitness have to look like this when it can be as simple as this? Introducing Mix Fitness, the most efficient at-home workouts available. Our science-backed technology uses your heart rate to customize every workout so you can maximize your results. Because this isn't real life, but Mix is. The best workout you can get in the time you have. Get started at mixfitness.com.
Hey, so they took.
Getting your favorite restaurants delivered to your door just got better. Introducing the Grubhub Guarantee.
So they took the anytime score off for.
Experience your food just like the restaurants intended. That's the Grubhub Guarantee.
They took anytime score off for Kamara and Stephon Diggs. I'm trying to figure out why. There must have been some number that they had that people were just fucking hammering that they fucked up on. Let me see. So
No interceptions. He's got the best
Anytime, Stephon. I'm still putting them on, pub. I'm still doing that 7 team also. I don't have screenshot, Bodie. I can tell you what the it's shit stupid. It won't let. It's like a dumb screenshot. It doesn't tell you what it needs to. What was the other one? Oh, excuse me. But I can tell you what the guys are. I got them written down and stuff. Come on, be there, be there. There he is. All right. What did the price say? Holy shit. Oh, mamma mia. Shit, we win one of these. Good gracious, acidodacious. I need to write down what I have you in for too, J-Rod. This is Aaron Rodgers, Antonio Brown, Kyle Pitts, Kyler Murray, and Le'Veon Bell. Anytime TD, bam. Okay. Delightful. So that one's been entered. That one's been entered.
Thanks, Rich. You know, many people don't know that I moonlight as a couples therapist. Tom and Bill have been my clients for many years, and you know, sometimes the best thing for a relationship is separation. I sat down with the two of them
Antonio
before we
Brown.
came today. Okay, hi, you guys. Hi. Tom, Bill, thank you for joining couples therapy again today. Tom, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Tom? Tom, you are on Zoom. Bill, anything you're feeling today? Maybe some anxiety about this weekend? I don't know.
I mean, I'm not gonna go back and rehash all that. We talked about that.
Okay, well, you've never really talked about it.
Look, I have so much respect and appreciation for Tom and everything he did.
Well, good for you. That's nice to say.
Oh, my dog's throwing up, so that's the national alarm sound. Outside.
Bill, I'm noticing that you're not really making eye contact with Tom or myself at all. Just wondering, is it hard for you to see Tom happy with somebody else? Okay, let's rewind a little bit. Do you ever think about the past at all?
We've been grinding pretty hard, so I haven't really had a lot of time to think about all the, things like that.
Plenty of
So.
times that we had a good time, not every play.
Tom, I feel like you're being a little bit distant.
That's good over there, big boy.
Nothing surprising me that he does.
Oh, okay. Well, let's not.
Robbie G.
All right. Do you plan on sharing an embrace, perhaps on the field this weekend?
Probably make that decision in the next 48 hours.
Okay. Oh, Tom signed out. Maybe. Okay, he's
Come on.
gone.
Good news, team. We made it. I swear, the best product that has yet to be invented, come here, is somebody that does an alarm clock that sounds like your dog throwing up. Swear to God, nobody moves faster. All right, back to what the fuck I was doing. this guy?
He has his football legacy.
Reception, reception.
Tom Brady be the best quarterback of all time? To say that he's likely the best coach of all time, there sounds like there's something to prove.
I'm a bit of a homer. I think they're the greatest of all time. I just don't like the whole concept of talking about people across generations because the rules are different. That's another segment of Good Morning Football. But I don't think Bill has anything to prove. He's won enough championships. His football legacy is just. Well, exactly. Well, I didn't know what he's going to do other than hang out and fish.
Scott, I've seen these made.
Stephon Diggs.
You never, and that's why they've been so great.
What's up, bud?
Because what they've done.
What's going on?
Thought it'd be easier if I just called you for a second.
Oh, that cap's still on. That's nice.
What?
I just tried to drink water with the cap still on.
Hey, me and my dad are going to the Falcons game, so I was looking at the parlays for the Falcons game real hard.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Atlanta's defense scoring a touchdown?
Who do they play again?
Washington.
I mean, I hate the Falcons defense.
What'd you say?
I hate the Falcons defense, to be honest.
Yeah, I do too, but I mean, how many defenses score on an average week? Like one or two, maybe?
Yeah. I can look it up. Hold on. Let me.
Hey, I do like this though. Do you think you can hammer this one down for me? Calvin Ridley first touchdown score plus 700.
Hold on. I'm looking at shit. Y'all telling me shit. Okay, let me pull up the Falcons really quick.
Kyle Pitts.
Every single opponent against every single coordinator, coach, player, whether ex-player.
So this is all for nothing. All of this hoopla just for the game.
I like Calvin Ridley's first touchdown.
Yes, there's something to prove. I'm gonna say it.
Now, if Washington will get the ball, who do you think will get their first touchdown? You got Gibson, LaFleur, Eddie McKissick, Logan Thompson. Logan Thomas, that'd be a good hit. Plus 1,000. Yeah. I should yesterday. I bad luck. He called Dad called that Stanford game, didn't he? Sucked everything out.
Yeah, I wish I would have listened on the Stanford game. That shit cost me some bread. Fucking Stanford. What were you saying? You wanted Calvin Ridley for first touchdown?
Yeah.
At plus 350?
Oh, it's only plus 350 on your side?
Yeah.
Do what's Cordell Patterson?
For what?
First touchdown.
Well, so there's two different first touchdowns. You can have first touchdown score for the Falcons or first touchdown score for the game.
Yeah, I'm talking about for the game.
Oh, okay. For the game, you got Calvin Ridley at plus 750. You got Cordarrelle at plus 1,400.
Yeah, throw me $25 on
Throw you 25 on what?
Throw me 25 on Calvin and 25 on Cordell.
Alright, hold on. I gotta write all your shit down. You still owe me for last week's stuff, too.
Alright.
Hold on. I want to get down to... Dude, those fucking anytime touchdown props, if we win that... We're not doing roofing anymore, I can tell you that much.
It's not that much money, though, really.
Oh, it's enough. Let's see. What did you said? 25 on both of them, right?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. This one is the 5-teamer. That one's the 7-teamer.
First touchdown. Yeah.
First TD CP. First TD CR 25. So you want Calvin. So Calvin 25 would get you back 187.50.
Okay.
Cordarrelle would get you back 350.
Okay.
You're good with both of those?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I guess I'll throw something on there too, just for shits and giggles.
All right. Antonio Gibson. You think Antonio Gibson, really? Chad says Antonio. Well, Dad, I get you owe me 25. Yeah. For what? For the bet we just placed. Oh, you're shitting me. All right, you're not gonna get anything when we win it then. Oh my god. Antonio Gibson first touchdown. What I'm seeing is plus 600.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
Do I?
Yeah. Well, let's put 25 on that one. He wants to put 25 on Antonio Gibson too. So I had to split 75. Yeah.
Okay, first TD on Antonio Gibson. 25 wins you 150.
Cool. Yeah. It's all good in our hood. Hey, I do like look at the Logan Thomas though. He has a couple cool ass parlay bets.
Yeah, well, I mean, they don't use him.
Why?
They don't throw to him.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean, they throw to him. I mean, actually, he's got 2 touchdowns in 3 games.
Yeah.
He's only got 12 catches. He hasn't hit 50 yards in any game.
What's his anytime?
Anytime on Logan Thomas is plus 195.
Really?
The anytimes are a lot lower. Like anytime for Calvin Ridley is plus 110. Anytime for Cordarrelle is plus 210.
Yeah. Has Hayden Hurst haven't had any touchdowns?
Hayden Hurst has 5 catches for 34 yards and 0 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think we're good with that. But I just figured we'd put a couple fun prop bets while we're at the game.
I got you.
So. But I like those other prop bets we talked about on the live. That was good shit.
Yeah, I think those are. The one I'm really looking forward to is the 5 team. Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray, Antonio Brown, Kyle Pitts, and Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, hey, tell me this though. Tell me what a Kyler Murray anytime touchdown and Aaron Rodgers, just a two guy parlay, just them two. What would that pay out?
Making my ass work, boy.
I'm sorry, bro. But I'm almost positive that both of them are going to have a touchdown. I'm more worried about Le'Veon Bell.
I think Le'Veon definitely getting one. Let me see. What did you say? You said Kyler and Aaron?
Yeah.
I need to still do my actual games. I mean, Kyler anytime is just plus 175. So it's not a huge.
But if you combine him with Rodgers, what is it?
I mean, Rodgers is a plus 700, so you're going to have at least plus 185, but it's a parlay, so it'll go up a little bit more than that.
Yeah, so I just I'm freaking positive that both of them are good.
Aaron Rodgers is no longer an option. Oh, no, there he is. Found him. So it's plus 2100. $20 wins you 420.
Go 10 on it for me. Just 10 more on that one. If you want to go 10 on it also with me, but I'm almost positive that's going to hit.
Okay, got you.
Oh, so I'm not in on that? No, unless
Does he want in?
you want in. You want to throw 10? Yeah, put 20 on. Make it 20 from us. Yeah, because I was going to do 10, he was going to do 10, so now do you want to do 20 and 20?
20 or?
What? Yeah, 2020. 2020. Yeah, we'll put 40 on it total. 20 from us, 20 from him. Oh, I got you. What's that payout?
So 20 on your side, not 2020.
Yeah, 20 on our side.
Okay, got you. 420. 20 wins 420.
All right, I like that. I like that a lot. 75, 95, we're up to $95. Hey, why don't we just put 25 on it and make it a solid 100? And that way we owe him $100. All right. You like that, drink on?
What?
Yeah, to make it 25 from us, so we owe you a solid 100 from these bets.
All right, hold on. So I got you down $15 for the 7-team anytime, 25 for the 5-team, 25 for.
Yeah, I forgot the other stuff. Yeah, I forgot the other stuff we had. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Just leave it like it was and shoot me a text with exactly what I owe you.
Okay, so just 20.
Just 20.
We sure?
20. Yep, 20 wins 420. I like that.
Final answer.
Final answer is yes.
All right. Anytime touchdown, and that's Kyler and Aaron.
I'm positive that's going to hit.
Yeah, I like that one. The only one I'm nervous on is Aaron. But the fact that it's thunderstorm in there, I think that.
Maybe he has to jump across for a 1-yarder.
Yeah, a little sneak action.
He's going to do it. All right, well.
All right.
I'll holler at you later. You still on live?
I am still on live.
All right, I'll keep it on watch you.
All right. I'm about to hop off in a second. I'm trying to get the rest of this stuff in.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Y'all have fun.
See you later.
Peace. Peace. 25, 50, 75, 100, 120, 135, plus 30, 26. Quick maths. 35. Boom. Look at you, Bosa. Good for you, dog. Gainwell. Okay. So it's the Eagles. Ay. Just fucking doing prop bets. I haven't even got to the good shit yet. Well, I say that. Prop bets. Watch these prop bets just all hit. I'll fucking be singing in the streets. 34.5. Gainwell. Where you at? Hey, ya. Thank you, sir. What's up, Ace? You feeling alright? Mahomes. Worst of all, you never call. Rams, Seahawks, Ravens, Rams /wins. Seahawks, Ravens, Rams.
Now you can patch huge holes to seal up roof leaks. Get the Flex Seal family of products at these fine retailers.
Let's see. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at?
We're speaking.
Brazen or fine. Daring or thoughtful. Sensitive or strong. Progress isn't either or. Progress is everything.
Why do they build me
Wanna
up?
take your combo for a
Buttercup,
double?
baby.
8 limited edition
Ravens,
packs.
Rams, Ravens,
It's the
Rams.
Uber burger meal you won't want to eat. Now at the mall as part of the adult swim deal.
Almost there. And these are just the ones that I found, so I'm sure there's gonna be fucking others that we come across. What's that? Over. I am losing my fucking mind over here. It's all blurring together. Deshaun Jackson is down to 22.5 receiving yards. That can't be fucking right.
Join me tomorrow. The Rich Eisen Show. You can join me every single day, weekdays.
I will bet that. Yeah, I will.
Live on the Peacock app and Rich Eisen Show terrestrial radio network.
All right. Boom. Put this one over here, so don't forget that. Shabba-ding, shabba-dow, shabba-boo. All right. Oh shit. Sorry. You alright? Getting sick and shit on me, man. What's up with that? You hungry? Go feed you. Go feed you. Did I already do Deshaun? Yeah, I already did Deshaun. Rich Eisen picking the Dolphins to win today. It's a good man, Rich Eisen. Mooch went Dolphins. Kurt Warner went the Colts. That's. And Michael Irvin picked the Colts. Wow, you can shove that one, playmaker, fellow Miami fan. Disgusting. Woo! Got him in. All the prop bets are in. America, baby. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Protection's so good, it's scary. Do you understand me too? They'll play differently.
Enjoy the ride. Oh, dude. Thanks. Dude.
Have you ever sat here and wondered, couldn't I do this from home? With Let's Get Checked, you can. It's virtual care with home health testing and more. All from the comfort of here. Let's Get Checked. Care can't be this good.
Morning already? Taco Bell's toasted breakfast burritos will get you out of bed.
With fluffy eggs, crispy bacon, and melted brie cheese bun, all toasted to morning perfection. You're not dreaming. You're real. Only at Taco Bell.
Getting your favorite restaurants delivered to your door just got better. Introducing the Grubhub Guarantee. It's our promise to deliver the food you love on time and give you the lowest price. Or you'll get $5 off your next order. Experience your food just like the restaurant intended. That's the Grubhub Guarantee.
Here we are again. What a weekend. Significant news for the entire NFL. We'll tell you who got paid.
He relished his big moment. It's going to be one of the biggest storylines.
Respect is earned.
NFL now. Monday at
Raiders, Ravens.
How do we write
I mean, I like a lot of underdogs this week. It's kind of awesome, honestly. So we're gonna do an underdog money line parlay here,
Recording's offline. Plus unlimited
and I'm gonna hit y'all with it.
Try 4K Plus. Free for 1 month.
So I'm going Raiders money line against the Chargers, Ravens money line against the Broncos, Vikings money line against the Browns, Lions money line against the Bears, Panthers money line against the Cowboys, and Seahawks money line against the 49ers. 20 bucks on that returns you 2,500. Just saying. Just saying. You do exactly whatever you want to do. I'm just letting it be known what their options are.
Andy Reid now. If he wins today, he will have 100 win for Kansas City. He already has over 104 billion to only coach ever.
This used to be Drew Brees' team. Kind of changed their philosophy about defense, and this guy right here is up and coming and has to be the leader.
That's one bad man. Here's another bad man. Got back last week. Ridden hit all the way back. Fell back in the June. He did
What's up, guys? If you have not, if you're just popping in on me, make sure you go watch back what we've already talked about. We've already gone through all of the games today and tomorrow, as well as some prop bets that we're all about. So please go back and make sure to watch that if you haven't already, so you get all the feedback.
I'm not asking these questions just for answers. I'm asking these questions to get answers on how you think. And that's the difference. On how you think. Both of these guys know how each other thinks. Now, who gets an advantage in that? I definitely say it's Tom Brady. We already talked about it. Of course, he has the players that he has, but to know, as much as I watch you do this, Peyton
don't think the Steelers are going anywhere today.
They're moving Chris Jones around. He's their best
Except
player.
back home with an L.
Tackle, they move him to the edge. He's not really an edge player. They might move him back inside and try to get some pressure, but that's what they need to do. They need to blitz to get pressure, but when they blitz, they get gashed. So they've got some work to do.
Well, I am going to talk about the offense. To me, the offense isn't nearly as efficient. Whether you talk about the turnovers, Patrick Mahomes at times, I believe, trying to do too much, trying to make these incredible plays. They're turning into turnovers for their team, and then they're just not converting in situations that they have in the past. And they've been so good in the past, we expect them to complete things at such a high rate. They're just not doing it as well this year. I don't know why, how you put your finger on it, but they just have to get back to being more efficient offensively, and I think it'll cure a lot of their ills.
Eagles up front, Lane Johnson inactive for personal reasons, so he will not be protecting Jalen Hurts. His guards out. Remarkably, Aaron Rodgers has not faced the Steelers since his Super Bowl win in the Metroplex in the Jones Mahal, because Rodgers has missed the last two Steelers-Packers matchups due to injury. So, it's been a long time since he's faced off against the Steelers, as he will do today. And it's been a long time since we were wondering what's up with Big Ben like this. Let's take a look.
Well, Big Ben hopes to get this offense on track, but for the Steelers, the best news, Rich, for them, TJ Watt is back from the groin injury. He is healthy. The cooler news, he and his teammate and brother Derek are making their return to their home state of Wisconsin. TJ and I spoke on Friday, and he told me this is really will be the biggest contingency he has ever had in an NFL game, now in year 5. The first time professionally, guys, he will play at Lambeau Field in Wisconsin. And he told me while the moment and the week has been surreal, they need to get a win at 1-2. On Aaron Rodgers, what a tandem he has created with this offensive line, with the drift game. That is what's most important. And I love this quote. It always seems like Aaron Rodgers is throwing off his back foot against pressure, but he always seems to be drifting the perfect way, away from the blitz. Make no mistake, Rich, he will be coming after Aaron Rodgers healthy here today.
So, the only reason why the Steelers are not winless, one of the dreaded 0-3 teams, and by the way, when I saw Saquon Barkley before, I said, can someone from New York do a football game? I understand the Bills are in New York. I kind of meant New York City. That's what I grew up. Sorry, New York City. Okay, so now that I
Don't let them people bother you on social media.
no, I know it's not a third rail, and our director, who kindly took my single shot, Lloyd, I'm sure that pissed you off too. So really appreciate that.
Really?
So thanks for the single.
Okay. Oh, man.
The Steelers are not winless because the defense showed up in Western New York in Week 1. What about today? Can they show up and get this thing done, Irv, in Green Bay, keep them in the game?
Well, listen, no. Just an answer. Absolutely.
Okay.
First of all, and I just, TJ Watt's playing. It's first time playing. He's coming back off that groin. And I already mentioned they didn't get any sacks last week. The last thing that you want to do is go in to Lambeau and not put any pressure on Aaron Rodgers with the way he was throwing the ball the other night and the way him and Devontae Adams has been hitting on points. And you've seen the Steelers have given up some plays. They're showing the plays, but still have given up some big plays. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams about to eat this up without TJ Watt being able to get back there because I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay and don't hurt himself. Emotionally caught up in this game playing at home.
Yeah, they're going to need help from their offense. Bottom line is that their offense has to do more than they're doing. We showed a little bit of Big Ben. We can look at it for 3 weeks. I've said it numerous. It's a tough watch. It's tough to try to figure out what they're trying to do. If they're not throwing a wide receiver screen, they're winging the ball 40 yards down the field on a go route. No identity there offensively. I don't believe just their defense alone can keep them in this game without getting good performance from their offense.
Okay, so that's a big game in the late window, and of course, we all know that Sunday night game is all about Byron Leftwich coming in and avenging that playoff loss to the big. Wait a minute, I'm told that again is not the reason why it's the big game tonight.
Announcing the inactives. And so it begins.
That's right.
Jams, take it away.
Big homecoming game here in Foxborough at Gillette Stadium. Lily McGinnis. I'm Kay Adams, and I've got a young fan, Chase. Now listen, there's nothing but smiles. Smiles across all Patriots fans all over the place because there's a lot of reverence for Tom Brady. Are you going to cheer for him tonight? Yes. The greatest quarterback ever? Yes. Yeah, see, that was definitive, Scott Pioli. All right, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But let's talk about TB12 and what are the challenges he might face here tonight back at home?
Well, after talking to my man Chase, I said, would you be excited or emotional playing against a big crowd like this, coming home from a place where you played for 2 decades? And Chase says yes. And that's the same thing that I experienced when I came back to New England. Tom has a lot of things going on. He has family here, the fans, everybody wants to say hello, and all those different things outside of football. But once you hit the field, it becomes emotional. You want to play at a high level. All the memories come back. And at the end of the day, like everybody across the country is saying, you want to show this team that you are still what you were and that you should have never left. You should be here. And Tom wants to play at a high level. So overcoming the emotion and just focusing and calming down before the big game. Remember the Super Bowl when he was headbutting everybody and going crazy?
Right.
That's what we call emotion and being ready to go. It's just got to calm down. There it is right there. You guys see it on the screen. That's being emotional and ready to go. You just got to calm down and focus. And once the game starts, I think it'll be like natural for him and everything will just flow from there.
Now, everyone talks about Bill Belichick being a Jedi Master. Are there little things that
He
Bill
is.
can do to sort of like little microaggressions against Tom Brady as he's preparing? You know, he's got. You know, Tom's going to run out there and run down that sideline.
Yeah, he's going to do all that. I don't think there's going to be a sideline stare and a standoff and all those different
Do
things
they say hi to
that
each other
happen.
before the game?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure if Brady's in the area and Belichick's in the area, they'll say hello. But it's a competitive thing. You know, these guys are here to get ready for football. So
Yeah,
if
it's
they
so
do, they
true.
do. If they don't, no big deal.
I will say one thing unanimously: Tom Brady will get cheered by you guys, right? Absolutely. Lily McGinnis, Kay Adams. Let's go back to Stuart Warner with more on this epic matchup.
Today's Warner's Corner is brought to you by Taco Bell's Toasted Breakfast Burritos.
Getting into the thick of it.
Warner's Corner you heard right there, presented by Taco Bell. And we're going to talk about this. Talk about the emotions. Willie was just talking about the emotions that go into it. We're talking about X's and O's here in Warner's Corner. And earlier in the week,
Into the
Bill
thick of
Belichick
it.
said, hey, I know Tom Brady's coming in, but our goal is we've got to do what we do, and we've got to do it really, really well. So, Coach, we're going to go to the tape first, and I'm going to show you what New England likes to do. They like to play man-to-man. They like to bring pressure that way. If they do this, we know about the Bucs weapons. You got to win the one-on-one battles. Here's a shot up over the top to Waddle. Hey, you're in position. You got to make this. Oh, whoever wins those battles is going to win this war. Okay, Tom Brady was in New England. When he was in New England,
So something that I am, for those that are still watching with me,
we're going to rub you. Right here, the Jets.
something that I am thinking about and considering is Leonard Fournette.
Big play over the top. You better be ready for this.
Um,
Knows how to use that. And they're
a
getting
rush,
blitz
a
zero.
rush,
They're going to come
a
in
rush prop
man-to-man. You're going to have a few wrinkles.
on Leonard Fournette.
Back to the other side. You got to get through all this verbiage. And now we're going to throw it and get the touchdown.
They made a really good point on NFL Game Day morning on NFL Network about how the fact
Some zone coverage to go with it.
that Brady just chews defenses apart in man
When you make that kind of
and all the
change,
weapons that they have on the outside. They think the Patriots will be in a lot of zone.
The Patriots play more man-to-man coverage than any
If that happens,
singles, it's doubles. And the good news is this year, because
it's all over
Kyle Van Noy back, they're pressuring at a much
on the run game. So
with just a four-man rush at times.
Leonard Fournette, his prop is over 49.5.
I got a feeling it's going to be a change up a little bit. More cover two showing.
Let's just see what he's done this year so far. Last week he didn't do shit.
And we always talk about against Tom Brady, you got to get pressure on. Got to get pressure on. Got to get extra guys.
He has 24 carries for 92 yards and 0 touchdowns.
Brady's really been after Michael when he comes. I'm going to show you a couple looks right here. When that pressure comes from the left-hand side.
Ronald Jones has 15 carries for 52 yards and no touchdowns.
To his left-hand side, and they got a bunch
He's
of
averaged 3.5 Fournette's averaging 3.8. It's fucking terrible. Their run game is awful.
Goes for a touchdown against a free hitter on the front side. Okay, Rams got another free hitter coming to this side. I want to throw the flat. Oh, wait. Safety's going to come down and jump the flat. I'm just going to buy time. I'm going to settle. I'm not going to panic. I'm going to hit the second.
I don't know. That's one that I'll have to.
Against the Cowboys, we'll go
I'm gonna have to think
just
on.
like we saw in New England. Okay, that guy's covering Gronk, and Gronk has to block, right? All this stuff. Let me give you a little bit of call right here that we know there was a time in New England. Fake the block, penalty flag, boom, we get a touchdown. Man, I don't know what they're going to do and what they're going to throw.
Jacob Eason is inactive for the Colts today, so if Carson Wentz gets hurt down there in Miami, it's not going to do well. Dalvin Cook is going to go for the Vikings. Love that. Anthony Barr is out for the Vikings again. Do not love that. Do not love that.
Tape receipts once again off camera. Because everybody knows the Patriots are a different franchise when Tom Brady was quarterback there. I mean, all the New Englanders remember what it used to be like in Foxborough, and they were hoping that Raymond Berry's Patriots could pull it off against the Bears back in the day. And we know Desmond Howard, Michigan man, was the MVP in the other Super Bowl that Parcells brought New England to. Now I'm done tap dancing. It's time to choose who's winning this one. I'm going to take the Buccaneers, and I fear for all of my Patriot friends and fans and family members. I live with many of them. It's going to be a long night tonight.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some things. I think we're going to see the champs rise up from that defeat last week, and I think we're going to see Mac Jones show us at times that he's going to be the heir apparent, a good one, but he's also a rookie. So I think that a big game like this, the champs win.
Yeah, I believe Bill Belichick and the Patriots will win some of the battles, but I just believe the Bucks are the better football team across the board, and they will take care of business. I'm going Bucks.
Yeah, I saw the number 50 somewhere, and I thought to myself, that's exactly what Tom would put up a 50 burger on each team. So Bucks win this.
Well, you and I spoke about it when you kindly called into my show this week. I think the defense will also say, Tom, we got your back.
We got your back.
We're going to show everybody that the kid that they think is the kid that's the next guy is not really that guy. So yeah. Pittsburgh and Green Bay, and there's nobody. Hashtag here we go.
Not I.
That's a 4G situation here. And Cynthia Freeland's projection makes it a 5G situation. Just forget it. Okay, I think it will be a 5G situation. Game day notebook. It's time for the law firm. That was Sarah Rappaport and Garfolo to see what's. Let's check their work. Gentlemen,
All blue again.
Rich, tonight, yes, all blue is always nice to see, Cynthia. That's excellent. Rich, tonight is not just the Tom Brady return to Foxborough, it is also the Richard Sherman debut for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And of course, he signed on Wednesday, so the original thought, guys, was just he would play a little bit, kind of get his feet wet and work into the rotation more as the season went on. No, I am told he is expected to start. Mike picked up the defense
Wow.
a lot better than
Richard Sherman is expected to start for the Buccaneers tonight against the Patriots.
I can't see you guys. I'm assuming
That's
this is the
incredible.
best blue right here. Ian, speaking of debuts, Le'Veon Bell, he will make his debut for the Ravens later today. He tweeted a gift the other day of a cat pacing around. He was getting antsy. Well, today is the day for Bell. However, Latavius Murray expected to be the lead back for the Ravens against the Broncos.
Cardinals defensive coordinator Vince Joseph's message all week has been nail what we know. What they know about the Rams is Cooper Kupp is torching everybody right now. Big focus this week has been not allowing Kupp to exploit one-on-one opportunities. They're going to bracket him in zones. They're going to play some trap man coverage. Really treat every down like third down, where Arizona has been one of the NFL's best this season. Ian?
Tom, Rob Gronkowski, the bust star tight end, cannot even make the trip to Foxborough. He has officially been declared out. And the reason is a good one. This nasty hit, which you're seeing right here, which knocked him out of the game last week and actually sent him back in the game, included multiple cracked ribs. At least 4 cracked ribs. I'm also told he has a puncture in his lung. That is why
Wow.
he's not playing tonight. That is why he may also miss next week, but could be back, Rich, for the Thursday night game for the Bucs.
Gronkowski going through it, got a punctured lung,
Donald trying to go to
a couple
4
broken ribs.
time
Panthers +7.
Lowe's showrooms have a variety of stylish flooring you'll love for years to come. Like Stainmaster with lifetime stain resistance limited warranty. Order now. Get your flooring installed with
Okay.
help from Lowe's. Homes
Make
and
sure I got
projects,
these
always one
in.
possibility. My work has been viewed by 100 million people. My work
Move
helps
on.
save lives. My work's not platinum. My work gives people hope. I work at FedEx.
What time? All right, we got just under 30 minutes. Just under 30 minutes for any late,
One of our many open positions.
last second
Hey, drinks tonight?
Drizzly?
So many options.
things.
It's like the world's largest liquor store.
Ding dong, Drizzly.
Beer,
Look
wine,
at
and
his
spirits
ads.
delivered in under 60 minutes. Get $5 off with promo code DRIZ.
I'm gonna keep on loving you. 'Cause it's the only thing I wanna do.
Turns out everyone does sound better in the shower.
And it turns out the General is a quality insurance company that's been saving people money for nearly 60 years.
So it's the only thing I wanna do.
Can't unhear that?
For a great low rate and nearly 60 years of quality coverage, make the right call and go with the General.
Wake up. We got breaking news here, folks.
This is an opportunity you've been waiting your whole life for. I cannot wait to see this one.
Make every morning a good morning.
We are so excited.
Good Morning Football, Monday at 7.
Monday on NFL Total Access, Brady and Belichick, Murray and Stafford. Shootouts and blowouts, upstarts and upsets. Now Sunday's best, Monday's next. TA is your Raiders and Chargers pregame headquarters. Monday, 7 Eastern.
Discover and compare the smartest credit cards, mortgage lenders, and more. So you can make your money goals happen.
How many is that? 3, 6, 9, 12.
In Philadelphia, Jalen Hurts trying to bounce back from that, yes, hurting that was put on the Eagles on Monday Night Football against the Cowboys. And they have the Chiefs with a 2-game losing streak in their house. Rachel Bonetto, Cynthia Frelund, you have the floor.
Thank you, Rich. Time for our Pick Six presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. We are picking 6 more games before we get this day started. Let's talk about this first game. This line is kind of bounced all over the place this week. Ravens are now favored. Broncos at home. What do you like? I like a 24-21 Ravens win in this one because the line switched because of Lamar Jackson. Oh, that's nice. It rolled in. This is the projection for him: 214 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 39 rushing yards. And then look at that, another rushing touchdown. Obviously, the big difference maker. This is a very good defense, but Lamar Jackson is a little bit of a game changer. Yes, he is. Let's talk about the Jets next. I wish Lamar was to a whisper. Yeah, no, I think he's gonna go good. 23-17. There are a laundry list of injuries in this game. So Derrick Henry, who now we know is playing, I think this is gonna be 96 rushing yards, a touchdown, 2 receptions because of how they're using him in the short passing game, and they're missing a lot of passing.
I think I am going to go Derrick Henry
So I think Derrick Henry, big game, but I think maybe a little bit more through the air than on the ground. Agree?
under 120 rushing.
Against the Eagles last week, they're favored by 4 against the Panthers. What do you like? Well, it's exactly where I have it. 27-23. It could be an even bigger win, but I do like this Panthers defense. But I think Amari Cooper here. I don't think he has the touchdown.
I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm also going to go.
Big game, but he's not the one with the touchdown. I think that belongs to CeeDee Lamb. Okie dokie. This next game, let's talk a little Dolphins.
I don't know. I'm nervous.
Here, Dolphins are at home. Sorry, I like the favorite here, -2.5. What do you like? I guess I like the upset then. 21-19 in this matchup, Sean. If they
If it's true that time is money, don't you think the real question is how you should spend it? Keep the change, baby. Find the fine life.
Families affected by disasters urgently need support. Help the American Red Cross provide help and hope to those affected by disasters, big and small. Please donate to Red Cross Disaster Relief.
New projects means new project managers. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/hire and get started today.
Download the NFL app today.
Gillette Stadium, where tonight, big night tonight, Bruce Arians celebrates his 69th birthday. Ironically enough, Gronk will not be there. How about that? 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time on NBC. Whip around, everybody. Whip around. Mike Giordi started off.
Thank you, Rich. The Patriots always tell you that every game is the same. They treat it the same way. But last night on this field, under the lights, the Patriots held their walkthrough. I've been covering the team for 22 years. I don't ever remember them doing that before a big night game. Now to Stacey Dales in Green Bay.
Mike, weather could be an issue all day here in Green Bay by kickoff. Temperature expected right around 70, lots of humidity, 50% chance of rain, and the threat of thunderstorms throughout the day. Right now, we go to JP, James Palmer in New Orleans.
Well, thank you, Stacey. It's going to be hard to start running back Alvin Kamara for the Saints. He is carrying the football more than he ever has in his NFL career. He's also the Lions' leading pass catcher. Daniel Jones operating this Giants offense. The Saints think it'll be very difficult with this atmosphere and the noise. They think they'll get a jump on that snaps count. Now we go to Tom Pelissero in Miami.
Saints Browns coach Kevin Stefanski chatted pregame with Vikings owners Ziggy and Mark Wilk, who signed his checks for 14 years here as a Minnesota assistant. I asked Stefanski last night, will you have a moment where you take it all in? Stefanski said, no, I can't. It's what to do with play calling and game management. I need to be locked in, so I will be. Here's Mike Garafolo in Philadelphia.
Tom, the Eagles juggled their offensive line all last season because of injuries. Here we go again. Lane Johnson, a surprise inactive, so Jack Driscoll is starting at right tackle. Landon Dickerson, the rookie, goes from right guard to left guard. They hope they can find some continuity. By the way, Johnson out today due to personal reasons. Now to Jane Slater.
Thanks, Michael. I feel like I was just here, and I was. The Dallas Cowboys playing a second one this week here at AT&T Stadium, and it was head coach Mike McCarthy who said the fans played a big part in them getting that big divisional win. They'll lead them today against this 3-0 Panthers team. Now back to you guys in the studio.
All right, who's winning today? Let's pick this game. Irv, I know you're going to love hearing this. Me? I'm on the Cowboys bandwagon. I'm on it. I think they feel like a different team. They look like a different team. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm putting the star up there, and they get the win.
I agree. I'm going to take the Cowboys American team. They're playing well on both sides of the ball. Very confident right now, Kurt.
Yeah, and I'm one of those people that believe in the Cowboys. I still need to see a little bit more from the Panthers. We talked about who they played, so I'm definitely going Cowboys here. Usually right here, I worry a little bit and start saying, wow, everybody's picking the Cowboys. No way. I'll pick Carolina just to help out.
Please do. But I think I'm moving past that. I really think I'm moving past that. I'm taking the Cowboys to win this game, and I'm confident about that.
Kurt, did you take Dallas? Did you audible right there?
I do not. Yeah, no, there was a pause. I don't think so. I don't think we ever had Carolina.
Matt Rule back in the state of Texas, former Baylor coach. Another homecoming that we're just missing out on because we're all blinded by the Brady Patriot life. Do you think can the Eagles win this game against Kansas City? Michael Irvin.
Let me tell you something now. Absolutely not.
I already put down the no hat.
I'm just joking.
You're running the open dope, but we're tight for time, so there's no
Chiefs are banged up with that offensive line again, like last year. I'm going to take the Chiefs.
Okay. Kansas City Chiefs get back to 500 in my book, and that's 4 across. And Cynthia Freeland projects at 5 across as well.
As long as I'm with Cynthia, I know I'm
across the landscape in week number 4. Del Coy, what a beautiful day this is. Semi-so-fun.
Connecting the NFL and teaming up for NFL Slide Time. Every Wednesday night, host Nick Rosen and Young Dylan tackle the week's best slide lines and kick off the week's biggest matchups. 1, 2, 3, hit! NFL Slide Time. Wednesdays at 7, 6 Central on Nickelodeon.
The NFL wants you to know about the FCC's temporary program for lowering internet costs for eligible families, the Emergency Broadband Benefit. For more information, visit the website or call the phone
Alright.
number on your screen.
I think it's about time.
It's a special Sunday only on NFL Network. We're here for the NFL's return to London. Zach Wilson and the Jets are looking to take flight. The Matt Ryan and the Falcons are ready to light up the London sky. Jets, Falcons, wake up with football across the pond. We never seen it like this. Next Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network.
At CDW, we get your team's orders
Ooh, I'm excited.
in different ways and across countless different networks.
I'm excited.
So how do you get everyone on the same page? Microsoft Surface devices, orchestrated by CDW. They adapt to each user and deliver multi-layered security.
Got a bunch of good props, man. Alright, we're going to run through the props really quick one more time.
For devices that fit your unique workforce, trust
Got about
Microsoft Surface.
15 minutes. We'll just run through all of our picks really quickly. So we got Derrick Henry under 120 rushing yards. Leonard Fournette over 49.5 rushing yards. Tom Brady over 2.5 passing touchdowns. DeAndre Swift over 94.5 receiving and rushing yards combined. Stephon Diggs anytime touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell 34.5 over rushing and receiving combined. Pat Mahomes over 16.5 rushing yards. Alvin Kamara 2 touchdowns and an anytime touchdown score. Kyler Murray anytime touchdown score. Tyler Lockett over 67.5 receiving yards. Mark Andrews over 48 receiving yards. Le'Veon Bell anytime touchdown score. I'm telling you, he might not have a lot. He's going to get in for one. I can feel it in my bones. Kyle Pitts, 48.5 over receiving yards. He's also going to get his first touchdown of the year and his career today. Anytime touchdown score. Book it. Mike Davis, 47.5 rushing yards. Over. Deshaun Jackson, over 33 receiving yards. And then we got a massive one here in a second. Aaron Rodgers, anytime touchdown. Love it. Antonio Brown, over 56.5 receiving yards. Love it. Antonio Brown also to score anytime touchdown. Hunter Renfrow, over 46.5 receiving yards. Henry Ruggs, over 46.5 receiving yards. Love both of those. And then the big kit and caboodle, we did a parlay with all of the anytime TD scorers. So we got one with Aaron Rodgers, Antonio Brown, Kyle Pitts, Kyler Murray, and Le'Veon Bell. Boom, that's one. We got one that's Aaron Rodgers and Kyler Murray just by themselves. Boom, that's another. And then the last and final, we got Aaron Rodgers, Antonio Brown, Stephon Diggs, Kyle Pitts, Kyler Murray, Le'Veon Bell, and Alvin Kamara. That's the last prop bet banger. That's an anytime TD. Also, $30 on that wins about 250 grand. So if you're feeling spicy and you like to gamble, I'm not saying to do it. I'm just saying it's an option. All right. What we got? We got 10 minutes. 10 minutes until these games kick off for today.
I guess in some ways I'm hoping he doesn't break the record. If he didn't break the record, but assuming he does, we have a wonderful little moment for him with that as well. And of course, he'll get the ball. So all the great.
I love the Chiefs. I love the Bucks today.
Most of them have happened right here at Gillette Stadium.
I think both of those have a huge game. I think I like the Saints as well. I'm trying to put together just a Mac Daddy, just smack him in the mouth kind of play right now.
The 100
Um,
to this kid that was drafted in the 6th round that nobody knew would be Tom Brady, and you had to make that tough decision.
Well, let's be fair. We have a coach that
Oh yeah.
has pretty good football instincts, and I personally have a tremendous emotional tie to Drew, and I think as players, I think there's been a rule that you never lose your job to injury.
Right.
And so it was complicated. But Drew coming back in that game in Pittsburgh, the championship game, and throwing the pass to, I believe it was David Patton in the end zone, which was crucial. And then I remember actually the whole discussion before the Super Bowl.
Who should be the quarterback?
Yeah, so
I remember
that's
that.
only 20 years ago. Yeah, well, it's great to be with you, bro.
Mr. Kraft, and
Tom, my name?
Pops.
What's my name?
RKK.
You finally get it.
I mean, I know. You know how it is. I still got to show my respect.
No, you're great. You know what? This is my first draft pick.
I'm sorry about because you said me and Brady was tied, but we're not tied.
You're right. You're number 5.
I'm 5 and he's number.
6 years later,
He's
he
a 6.
came.
Mr.
Okay,
Kraft, you
so
can make his Hall of Fame case right now. He's a finalist. Woo!
Yeah, well, and he deserves it. What he did on the field, but all our fans should know what he did in the locker room. How he kept things at a certain standard, and anyone who wasn't measuring up, he was what we gently say a good enforcer.
It's well said. Let's fast forward from when Willie was on the field to what's going to go on tonight. Any predictions?
Well, look, I love Tommy, and that stops once the game starts, and we're all Patriots in, and I know our guys have worked very hard. Tampa's a wonderful team. Look, until, what do they win, 17 in a row or something for
Something
last
like
week?
that.
Is that what, yeah. We have our work cut out for us, but I know the guys have worked very hard. I think that we have a good game plan, but one thing I've learned in the NFL, not even head coaches know what's going to happen 3 hours later.
Regardless of how long you've been with somebody or tendencies and all the things we talk about, and it says a lot about you, Mr. Kraft, and this organization for having something for Tom, which is probably surprising, special, because you just said for everybody to look up at the board, and I'm sure the crowd will definitely receive him like they received me when I came back to New England. And this question right here is a little off, all right? I felt the way when I look back at the Patriots when Tom last year in a different uniform was hoisting up the Lombardi. I had
How you gonna bring that
no,
up?
no, 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 no. Listen. I'm just being serious. Certain things went through my mind because I played with Tom. Certain things went through a lot of people's mind. What went through your mind to seeing somebody you pretty much gave birth to hold up the Lombardi in another uniform?
Well, if we can't win it, I was happy he won it. I know that's strange, but he did so much for us. And look, we had 20 great years. How many other situations are there in the 102-year history of the NFL where, a coach and a quarterback have remained the same for 20 years? I don't think there's another situation. So, and, life has its twists and turns. And look, I'm always rooting for Tommy except when he's playing us. And in the end, I hope and believe he'll come back here. We'll give him his red jacket just like we gave you, and he'll retire a Patriot.
What's happened here, and I know we got to go back to Rich, but what's happened here since you've taken over the team, I just want to say will never, ever be duplicated again. On any team, any organization in football will never be duplicated. So,
well, I thank you for that. I want to speak to the fans that when we bought the team, in 34 years, they had never sold out one season, and the games were blacked out. And from the first game that our family bought this, you fans have been here and supported
Hopefully that does not happen here in Foxborough tonight. Thank you, Mr. Kraft, for stopping by. Good luck, and thank you for everything you've done, not only for the team, but for the game on a national level. We'll send it back in studio, I believe, to Rich Eisen, I think.
Yes, correct, Kay. Thanks so very much. There is Patrick Mahomes. Breaking news. Bob Kraft was happy this guy didn't win the Super Bowl last year. Breaking news.
Lowe's showrooms have a variety of stylish flooring you'll love for years to come. Like Stainmaster with lifetime stain resistance limited warranty. Order now. Get your flooring installed with help from Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility.
Honey just got its own stinger. Sweet heat drizzled over hand-breaded chicken, crispy bacon, and melty Swiss. This honey has some bite. The new hot honey hand-breaded chicken sandwich calls to your nose. Feed your happy.
I started getting acne around 10. For me, I felt very lonely during that time because I never got it under control until I got proactive.
Proactive's daily routine will get you consistently clear skin, and it's gentle enough to use every day.
As soon as I got clear skin, I felt like the real me was able to come through.
Proactive is the leading daily skin routine.
I never saw that type of breakout again.
Getting Proactive is easier than ever. Now available at Target.
Sometimes you might not feel ready for the moment. With Roman at your side,
We got this.
you can take care of erectile dysfunction discreetly. So that you're ready. Roman ready.
Monday on NFL Total Access, Brady and Belichick, Murray and Stafford. Shootouts and blowouts, upstarts and upsets. Now Sunday's best, Monday's next. TA is your Raiders and Chargers pregame headquarters. Monday, 7 Eastern.
What if I told you about a kid who saw possibilities?
Dunking on 10-foot railings by age 15.
Rookie of the year and MVP in the same year.
To some, the name is Candace.
To others,
It's Ace.
For every moment that matters, Men's Warehouse is here to help you get ready.
I'm just gonna leave these here. You can watch them, right? You seem trustworthy. Moments ago, all the Rams fans are saying, hey, Mark Bulger, sign my autograph, please. Oh, they didn't really think you're Mark Bulger, Kurt. Don't worry about it. All right, I'm lone wolf and the Bears. How about that? Mooch and I are split. We're taking the Vikings for a skull clapper over the Browns. Mooch is lone wolfing the Falcons against the Washington football team, and we are all lockstep here, except for the fact Michael and Mooch are on the Ravens, and Curtin, I think the Broncos actually include. Oh, and there's Mooch. Yes, it's Mike Martz. It's Mike Martz. I'm excited too.
PNC Bank believes that if your phone can help you track your pizza, then your bank should help you track your spending. Virtual wallet with low cash mode from PNC Bank. One way we're making a difference.
Go on, Kurt. Go on and get help.
You are a failure.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers Policy Perks.
A failure.
I was in the shower.
You failed. We had a deadline and you failed it. We had to get in the pool picks. We forgot to fucking finish our shit.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so now you got mine.
Okay. Oh, who do we have?
Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh, no.
Yep. Atlanta Falcons.
No.
Oh, shit.
God.
Hold on. Let me end this stream. All right, guys. It's 1 p.m. Games are started. Good luck. Go win some money. Have